The battle of two legends of the past, Gary Goodridge and Mark Schultz. The worst place is the second. All those who come second are in line and they are losers, but I am not a loser. I am the best fighter in the world. When I step into the ring, I simply do what I know how to do. Gary Goodridge took on everything he could. He fought in MMA, defeating renowned fighters like Oleg Taktarov, Don Frye, and Valentin Overeem. He also competed in kickboxing and even tried his hand at arm wrestling, where he triumphed over the legendary arm wrestler John Berzank. When facing the skilled grappler Mark Schultz, it was immediately clear that the fight wouldn't stay standing. Mark quickly seized the opportunity and took the fight to the ground. Goodridge assured that he had prepared for this. It appears that Goodridge's plan was to prevent Schultz from executing any submission techniques. And to be honest, he defended himself quite well. As for Schultz's grappling, I'm not sure if he knew what to do in that situation or if he was simply trying to transition to a top mount position. The fight clearly entered a passive phase, and the spectators started to become dissatisfied. I can immediately point out that the level is higher now. Even an untrained eye can see that they are improvising. Those jabs to the face and strikes without wind-up speak for themselves. Currently, the fighters are practicing all the different aspects of the fight they might encounter. However, back then, they didn't have this approach to training. Usually, two different styles clashed, and it was considered good if either style had a foundation in striking techniques. Goodridge, of course, knew how to fight in a standing position, but he was very wary of Schultz successfully taking him down and dominating him on the ground. Bare fists are not like gloves, even the weakest strike can cause significant damage. But one must realize that it's much easier to break an unprotected hand. That's why bare-knuckle fighting was prohibited. In the second round, the situation remained the same. The fighter threw the kickboxer, and once again the fighters just lay there, coiled up like snakes. Goodridge grew tired of lying down, so he resorted to trickery by spitting out his mouthguard. He couldn't get up on his own, but thanks to this cunning move, the referee managed to stop the fight and get the fighters back on their feet. However, this didn't change much. The wrestling had exhausted them so much that they had no strength left for standing exchanges. Once again, they ended up on the ground, in their favorite position, the ground game. Mark managed to secure a more advantageous position. All he had to do was extend his leg, and there it was, the top mount secured, allowing him to strike from the top. It turned out to be exactly what Goodridge feared. He had been overly cautious. His plan, which focused solely on defense, led to, at best, a draw, but it didn't seem like that was in the cards. The decisive ending clearly favored Mark. Goodridge tried to resort to trickery again by spitting out his mouthguard, but the referee was standing nearby and saw that he was doing it intentionally. As a result, the referee didn't intervene and lift the fighters from the ground, as he did in the previous instance. The victory of the grappler over the kicker is not much of a surprise. In my opinion, Goodridge chose a poor game plan for the fight. I have trained a lot. I didn't know how this fight would turn out, but I did what I know how to do, and it's good that it turned out the way it did. I extend my congratulations to my opponent. He was cool in this fight. My Sechka is terrifying, but I didn't feel any pain. Yes, I lost to a great wrestler, but I am pleased with myself. I gave my best 100%. You need to be able to lose.